Did I hear you say volatility? Volatility in all fronts. The world is still at the edge, and the market volatility creates further uncertainty. This is John FARACLAS from allaboutshipping.co.uk. Tonight, the 14th of March 2014. The world is on fire, and we maintain our view. I have numerous times stressed that volatility can create havoc, and this is right now happening in the markets. This was a strange, for many but not for us, week that has gone by, and the BDI is still down 750 points, widening the gap of the 638 of last week, where we had 31% below the 2,227 points of the last closing in 2013. The gap now went back again to 34%, which is alarming, you know. We have gone through a very turbulent week with volatility at its best, and that thanks to the Capesize ships. On a certain point, on the 12th of March, on Wednesday, it went down 445 points. That's a very important thing we have to say. And then up and down to the 200-300 points level. This is volatility at its best, and that's not a very nice situation. In this report, when you log on later on or tomorrow morning, you will see two of the world's most important people that we trust their views about the markets. Derek Prentice and Jim Davis. So when you log on, you will see on a quote-unquote basis what they had to say for this particular week, the market, and a sort of forecast, if we may say so. Nobody risks forecast. People are very careful on what you say. The BDI closed early today at 1,447 points. That's worse than the previous week of 1,543 points. And this was again another week of a downward market. The Capes, as we said above, and you can understand they had this volatile market. They went up and down, and this was not a very, very nice week. The Panamaxes, they maintained a level at 1,113 points, up 7 from yesterday, and overall 38 points since last week. The BSI at 1,183 points since yesterday, which they have gained since yesterday 10 points, and another plus of 52 from last week, where they stood at 1,131 points. The BHSI, another science, was slightly up 3 points today and plus 8 points since last week. Nothing special on the dry markets. The wets continue their overall downfall, as I see it myself, and the Baltic Dirty Dry Index, the BDTI, was down to 679 points, minus 2 points since yesterday, and down 8 points since last week, 609 points. The cleans with the index, the Baltic Clean Tanker Index, it was the same like yesterday at 676 points, up though 53 from last week's 623. Hooray, as people say. On the geopolitical now front, the Ukrainian, Crimean, let's call it, crisis is deepening, and there will be unprecedented events happening in this area. Of course, already these affect the trade and the modus operandi of inward and outward cargoes, particularly grains, etc., and the container trade too. Of course, the Ukrainians are trying to concentrate on the western ports rather than on the eastern ports of their country. I suggest caution there, and people should be ready for, for everything to happen in that area. On the positive front, we come back to a bit of positive news. Yesterday it was the end of the biennial international conference Oceanology International at London's Excel Centre together with Spilex. Oceanology International coincidentally started the same year like the famous Posidonia in 1969 and was a great event. This is where one is focusing now. It's not now science fiction anymore, it's real, the real thing there. So people are concentrating for the under the water resources, whether it is oil, gas or whatever, and this of course will create clashes in the world. Already there is a heavy atmosphere vis-a-vis the exclusive economic zone, the fisheries and the lot, you know. And of course we will see people being killed. So as the late Tony Benn, who passed away this morning at the age of 88, once upon a time he said something very, very important. If we can find people, money to kill people, surely we can find money to help people. So try to stick on this. This is a very important maxim. Okay? Another issue which bothered us the last days is that of the Malaysian airplane that has gone missing. Now, we are very sensitive in these issues, given the fact that we have crew members flying to join ships or returning after the 6 or 7 month service back to their houses to have a rest and go back again. We've got executives of all kinds and type flying around the world to meet ships, inspect ships, the lot. And this is a shameful situation. In this day and age, on the 14th of March 2014, no, I'm sorry, we cannot accept that the vessel or an airplane has been lost and we cannot find the plane or the ship. This is all nonsense. And if something sinister is happening, I'll be really very glad to see Nemesis striking those who orchestrate these events. I think we have enough, and to all intents and purposes, those who are interested to find out what is going on, there are other means to find out and do it. Not just to have innocent people waiting news from their loved ones. That's very, very important. It reminds me, back in December 1966, and this is an issue of the press that supports, if you like it or not, the masters of the universe. In December the 9th, 1966, there was a loss of a ferry boat called the Heraclean. Many people, most of them, they perished. There were people that they thought that those that they loved, that are loved ones, they've been taken away by passing Soviet ships. That was during the Cold War. They gave them hope, wrong hopes, and all sorts of stories coming out. So we must make sure what is going on. This is issues, we cannot leave them behind. Another issue which is important on the good side of news is that as of Monday, the CMA conference in Stamford in Connecticut takes place at the Hilton Hotel. The great and the big are there to see at the other side of the Atlantic what's up and what is going on. And of course, we will be there with our collaborators, Jean is consulting, where Jean Winfield is there to report of the happenings of the events there. As we speak right now, it is the ending of an amazing night down in Athens, at the Athens Ledger Hotel, where the Greek women, Wistaelas, the Women's International Shipping and Trading Association, headed by their president, Ria Mitropoulou, they've staged an amazing event. We have already pictures of the event. It was a great event. It shows that our women there are strong, powerful, and trying to get the gains to support us in this industry. It was a great event, and you will be fully advised. Ending this report, we would like to advise you it's only 10 days remaining of another major international event that takes place in London. The London event, which is, the London event of the Greek Shipping Hall of Fame at the Park Lane Hotel. There are very few seats left. It's a major event. Don't miss the event. Many things will be heard during this great event, and I'm sure you will do your best to log on go through our site and see the appropriate link where you can book and go. This is John FARACLAS from allaboutshipping.co.uk on Friday the 14th of March 2014. Have a nice weekend. Thank you.